Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the poem Daffodils by William Wordsworth. Daffodils by William Wordsworth is also known as I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. Daffodils is a fascinatingly vivid and a reflective poem. It describes the beauty of a field of daffodils that the poet came upon on one of his walks which he was taking in Go-Barrow Park, Lake District, UK. His sister Dorothy was also walking along with him. William Wordsworth is one of the greatest romantic poets. He is remembered as a poet who is concerned with the human relationship to the nature and fierce advocate of using the vocabulary and speech pattern of common people in the poetry. We come down to the summary of the poem. The speaker says that, wandering like a cloud floating above hills and valleys, he encountered a field of daffodils beside a lake. The dancing, fluttering flowers stretch endlessly along the shore, and though the waves of the lake danced beside the flowers, daffodils outdid the water in glee. The speaker says that a poet could not help but be happy in such a joyful company of flowers. He says that he stared and stared but did not realize what wealth the scene would bring him. For now, whenever he feels vacant or pensive, the memory flashes upon that inward eye, that is the bliss of solitude, and his heart fills with pleasure and dances with the daffodils. We come down to the poem. The first stanza, I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. In the first stanza, the poet was walking all alone in the countryside. He says, I wandered lonely as a cloud. Wandered here means all alone aimlessly. He was lonely, so he was upset. Now let us remember, he was actually not alone. He was feeling so because of the death of his brother, John. Here he compares himself and his loneliness to a cloud that floats high above the hills and valleys. When all of a sudden he saw a crowd. Here, was this a crowd of people? No, it was a crowd or the host of golden daffodils. The daffodils were everywhere, beside the lake, beneath the trees, and they were looking beautiful, fluttering and glowing in the breeze. The daffodils were of dazzling golden color. A host here means a crowd, and also host signifies what? It signifies that the land was their home and they were welcoming others. We move on to the second stanza. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their head in springly dance. In the second stanza, the poet compares the number of daffodils to the number of stars on the Milky Way. He says that the daffodil shines like the stars which are continuous and undistinguishable in the Milky Way. This comparison creates sharp contrast between the poet's state of mind in the first stanza and the daffodils that are many in number, just like the stars in the Milky Way. He also knows the difference between the words shine and twinkle. Shine means that the stars give out high bright light, and twinkle means the light is continuously changing from bright to faint. This stretch in never-ending lines means that as far as the poet could see, the daffodils kept on appearing in never-ending line. Along the margin of the bay means that on the boundary of the lake. The poet then says that in just one glance, he can see 10,000 daffodils, dancing and tossing their head together in enjoyment. We move on to the third stanza. The waves beside them dance, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. In the third stanza, the waves beside them danced, but the daffodils outdid the waves. It means, along with the daffodils, even the waves that were just beside them were also dancing. And since the sunshine fell on water and the waves were sparkling with happiness, but the daffodils performed better than the waves with their happy dance. The poet are highly sensitive to beauty. That's why Wordsworth says that the poet could not stop himself from being happy seeing the daffodils. It was impossible for him to be alone and sad anymore. The poet stood there for long time staring or gazing continuously at the daffodils, when he was observing the beauty of the daffodils. We move on to the fourth stanza. For oft when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. In the last stanza, the poet talks about the everlasting impact of the daffodils. He says that the very often when lying on the couch feeling lonely, and in this time that the daffodil flashes suddenly in his inward eye, which means here in his memory or in his imagination. The poet calls it to be bliss of solitude. Now there is a difference between the bliss of solitude and loneliness. When you are lonely, you crave for someone's company, wherein solitude here means when you are by yourself and happy with your own company. The bliss of solitude means the calm happiness that the poet experiences thinking of the daffodils. When the poet feels the daffodils in his inward eye, he is filled with pleasure and his heart also dances with him with joy. The lines, they flash upon the inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude, is been contributed by William Wordsworth's wife, Mary Hutchison, and it's said to be the best lines. So to conclude, we can say, imagination has been the source of Wordsworth poetry. Nature is seen as a guide or source of wisdom in every poetic work of William Wordsworth. Daffodils, or I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, is a poem known for its exceptional simplicity, yet refinedness